Hey folks, CA Rachana Ranade here, and I welcome you all to a very important video because right now I'm sure everyone is really interested to know answers to this question. Whatever rally we saw in the market, by the way, I'm shooting this video on Thursday, you will see it on Friday. Whatever rally we saw today was amazing. Today we closed about 23,800, the magic figure after a long time. Many people are confused that whether this is just a pullback rally in the entire downtrend, or is this kind of a rally which can be sustainable and which could lead us to higher highs. So if we want to answer the questions, of course there could be contradicting views, there could be debate around these answers, but what is very hard to debate is about the outperformance of Indian markets, the strength that Indian markets have shown in this entire rally. If you don't believe me, let's understand this with the help of charts. And for that, have a look at this. Now, what we can see on screen is S&P 500 data. By the way, I'm shooting this video on 17th of April, 6 p.m. So whatever data you can see is as on the time as I shoot the video, right? You can see that there was a sharp fall because of the tariffs. And even today as I shoot, the pre-tariff level has not yet been breached. US is still below that. Now if we have a look at the next data point, which is of China. So after USA, let's go to China. This was the pre-tariff level, sorry, and still China is below the pre-tariff level. What about UK? Same old story, big cut because of tariff, still way below the pre-tariff level. Japan, same old story. Germany, same old story. And now India, Nifty 50. If you can see, this is the pre-tariff level, and what we saw was a sharp cut. But today, as I shoot the video, we are way above this pre-tariff level, and not only this, we are challenging the previous high of 23,800, and this was the same high which was made here on 23 at 23,800. So this clearly shows that we have outperformed all other foreign markets, and that shows clearly that India is the winner out here. But again, let's go back to the question whether this current rally is really sustainable or not. But before I move on to this, again, an amazing thing is that Har Ghar Investor, the fifth live event, is now going global. We are going to have the session in Dubai. And it's really an amazing emotion for me, and of course us, the family as well, because this is something which I had not dreamed of when I started the concept of Har Ghar Investor. The session is going to happen on 4th of May. It's going to happen from 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. You can see the details on screen. And the only thing is that the seats are absolutely limited. Only 100 seats available in the Dubai show. Bangalore, we had a 900 capacity, almost sold out. But Dubai is only 100. So anyone who is out there in Dubai, please check out the link in the description and in the pinned comment, and that's where you will be able to book your tickets. Now let's try and understand top 5 reasons why is really India outperforming and why this rally could possibly sustain. You'll be like, Rachna, you just now showed all the technical analysis related charts, but these were technical analysis related. Now let's understand the fundamental reasons for the same. The very first one is major banks reducing lending rates. Now what is this? Let's understand. I'm sure everyone already knows that RBI has cut the repo rates by 25 basis points. But that is not just the end game. That's the start point. Ending thing is that banks should also reduce their repo linked lending rate, RLLR, so that people like you and me, or even corporates, when they borrow from banks, they get loans at a lowered interest rates. But typically what happens? Generally, there is a lag between these two. RBI may cut interest rates, but bank may say, "Thoda dekhte hai, let's wait for some time and then let's reduce interest rates so that they can also increase their profitability a little bit." Thankfully, SBI, which is country's largest lender, they have announced a rate cut of 25 basis points in RLLR. Even Bank of Maharashtra has also followed suit. Hopefully, all other big banks will also do the same. Now, what is really interesting to see is that if this rate cut continues, that will be again a big positive sign, and that is what is also expected. Why, I'll tell you in the second point, but before that, let's have a look at this chart. Bank Nifty is almost hitting an all-time high. Just imagine this, Nifty going back to 26,300 levels. That's what Bank Nifty has done. Bank Nifty has actually touched its previous high of 54,467, and that shows clear strength of this sector in the overall Nifty space. If you have been following my Thursday live streams, you already know that I had told that I am pretty bullish on banks and financial services, and it is actually showing strength. Now, why I feel that this strength could continue in the banking space? And for that, let's go on to reason number 2, which is India inflation numbers. Now, if you have seen the recent data, it says that retail inflation in India has gone down to 3.34%. If you have been again following my channel, you already know that India's target is 4% plus or minus 2%. Are we well within the range? Answer is yes. Now, what is the food inflation? Food inflation eased out to 2.69% in March. If I compare it with February, it was 3.75%. And if I compare it to last year's March, it was at 8.52%. So is inflation absolutely under control? Array, very much within control. In fact, the retail inflation that I was talking about, that is almost at the lowest point in the last 6 years. Now, what advantage do we have when inflation is lower? The RBI can easily cut interest rates if inflation is at a lower number. What happens is that when you lower interest rates, inflation rises a little bit. But if we are already at a bottom, it makes no, I mean, there's no big deal even if we were to cut interest rates further. Ideally, that should happen and should again benefit or keep on benefiting the banks and financial space. Okay. Moving on to the third reason, which is monsoon expectations are above average. The Indian Meteorological Department, IMD, has forecasted an above monsoon for the upcoming season, which is June to September. Now, how could this benefit Nifty? Of course, India ultimately is an agrarian economy. So, if monsoons are good, the overall agricultural sector will see a boost, and in turn, it will give one more positive sentimental boost to Nifty. Right. Moving on to Ghar Aaja Pardesi Aa Gaya, FII. FIIs have shown good buying figures on 15th April and 16th April. You can see both numbers in green. 17th April data is not yet available as I shoot the video, and I'm sure that is also going to be in big green. So if this buying continues, it'll be great. The only thing you have to consider is that month till date, we are still at 24,000 negative. So in simple words, FIIs still are net sellers to the tune of 24,639 crore rupees. So there has to be good buying, sustained buying over the second half of April so that April turns positive or FIIs turn net buyers in the month of April. But if you have a look at this chart, you will understand that starting October, March was the first month where we have seen net buying. So hopefully FIIs keep on buying our markets. Last point, not a pure play domestic factor till now. Whatever we talked about, more of domestic. But last one, FII buying again could accelerate if DXY stays below 100. Now, always remember as a thumb rule, DXY below 100 is always considered as a positive sign for emerging markets. If you want me to do a separate video on DXY, please just comment DXY and I'll be more than happy to do a separate video. But just to give you a basic hint, right? DXY is nothing but it's a dollar index which is compared to a basket of 6 currencies. With 6 currencies, you can see on screen, it's euro, yen, pound, dollar, krona, and franc. So these are the 6 currencies ka ek basket, and US actually is compared with that basket of 6 currencies. If this weakens, if it goes below 100, considered as a big positive sign for emerging markets. So I hope you have understood all the 5 reasons why I feel that this rally is sustainable. But is this it, or could there be some points to think through? Are there some caution points? Of course, that's what we want to check in the immediate next section of the video. Well, I did talk about the technical analysis. I did talk about the fundamental analysis related to the overall market. But what if you want to sharpen the skills regarding these areas? I do have a lot of free lectures on my website, rachanaranade.com. You can see that on the screen. I would highly recommend you to do 3 basic lectures at least, one on basics of stock market, one on technical analysis, and one on fundamental analysis as well. All these are free lectures. You can see the link in the description and in the pinned comment below. Now, going back to main reasons, what could give a pause to the current rally? The biggest fear, according to me, is USA going in a recession. USA is like the mother market. If USA goes in a recession, there is no way that we can keep on hitting higher highs. There is no way that we can continue the amazing bull run. There will be some pause. There will be some U-turn. Okay. U-turn se yaad hai, if Trump takes a U-turn in his tariff strategy, again, that could be considered as negative for our markets. So that could be the reason number 2 that we should watch out for. Of course, I believe that the chances of second thing happening, especially for India, is comparatively low, because if you read in the newspapers, you'll see that there are a lot of bilateral talks which are going on between India and USA. It was also given in the newspaper today that JD Vance, their vice president, he may visit India. So all these are definitely positive factors. So US taking a hard stance on India seems less likely, but we should be checking out for that information. And the last one is Q4 results and management commentary. Currently, major IT companies have given their Q4 results, management commentary. Nothing is good for IT sector per se. So let's see how all other sectors are coming up with their results and commentary. If that is bad, again we could see some pullback in the downward direction in Nifty. I hope you found a lot of value in today's video. If you did, please don't forget to smash the like button. Don't forget to share this video with your friends. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye bye.